we're ready to go. Look at that. Look at that HD. Oh, hi HD. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily, aka Wanna Blush, here on YouTube. Hi, welcome back. What's the up? I have a different kind of video for you guys today. It is going to be a very informative video, but it's not formal. Like, PJs are in session. Today you might notice that I am not wearing any makeup, and no, this is not a beauty tutorial. Today I'm going to talk to you about my skin story, and that sounds so weird to say out loud. And no, not like the Canadian nor the MTV version of Skins. This is Emily's Badford skin. For people that know me, and probably, you know, it's fine that you've never admitted it to me because I've known it my entire life, I have had dreadful acne since probably the time of puberty, and it is genetic in my family. I honestly, I don't think I went through a period of time when I didn't have more than 5 spots on my face at a time. So that's when I really started using makeup, when I got into middle school, to really start hiding it, because it just made me feel very insecure about talking to people. I mean, I was still my confident self and kind of like ball-busting self, but it's more difficult when you have acne, and people who struggle with acne can probably agree with me that anytime someone's eye maybe strays away from like your eye contact, it feels like they're looking directly at your acne, and automatically you're like, today I'm going to tell you about my skin story and how I decided to choose to go on Accutane. Now, Accutane is a very intense drug that is only prescribed by a dermatologist or just your regular doctor. This is not a video to say, go out and try this new drug, kids, because it's all the rage. No. Seriously, a last resort, and here I am going to tell you why I started using it. Middle school, maybe like 8th grade, was the first time I went to a dermatologist, and I remember getting facials, I remember getting certain topical treatments, like creams, but I wasn't seeing results from it, so I felt like it wasn't working. I remember also taking a different kind of medication to help lessen it, and it also didn't work on me. It just continuously came back. So I went off those medications. I tried every type of like Proactive. I tried the original, I tried the Pro, nothing. Personally, I think it is a waste of money. It didn't work for me, basically. It just didn't work. So then I just kind of got used to the fact that maybe this is going to be my life. Like, maybe my skin is always going to be bad, and I'm never going to feel comfortable in it, and I'm always going to have to wear makeup. You know, I would just always get down on myself about my skin, because I'm trying to be an actor here, and my face is kind of my job. As kind of self-centered as that might sound, it is. It is my job. My body is my instrument. So I have to keep it in, you know, good health. I have to stay well. I have to stay fit, because if you want to be on screen, cameras are very, very close up, and it shows your skin. And with TVs being at high def these days, you can't get away with nothing. And then when I started really going on professional auditions in New York, the stress and I think my hormones got so insecure about my skin, and that's when my parents and I really decided, like, it's time, we have to do something. Now, I didn't just have like little spots that were like here and there. I had big, like, gross, big things on my face. I'll show a couple of pictures here. I'm really insecure to show them, but you know what? Like, I took these before and afters. But these are some pictures. These are probably the most extreme cases of what my skin has been like. But when you get those big spots, they don't go away for a very long time, and they hurt, and you can't really cover them up with makeup because it feels like you've got a freaking like unicorn horn on the top of your head. Like, you're not like a mythical creature, you're a human being. People don't consider acne this, but it basically is just like a disease in your skin that doesn't go away unless you treat it and really attack it at its source. So he had me go on Accutane. Basically, Accutane is just like the big word for it, but when you go to different pharmacies, you have kind of more generic prescriptions of it. My generic prescription is Clairvis. Based on my weight and my age, I take 60 milligrams per day, so that's 2 tablets. You get 10 tablets in a case, and you get a month's worth of tablets per prescription. Here is the whole thing with Accutane. Accutane is a very, very dangerous, not dangerous drug, just very intense drug that is called Isotretinoin. I believe I'm saying that right. And basically this is a drug that you ingest, you take pills for it every day for, I believe the time period is like 5 to 7 months. I'm finishing up, I believe, my 6th month. I just kind of went in for my 6-month appointment and he was like, you're good. I don't think you need to come in. So we'll see after a month or two if I have to go on for another month, which is possible because some people do have to do that. What is isotretinoin? Isotretinoin is a drug which cuts off the cells that create oil in your body. Basically, it just kind of like shuts that gland down. And so your skin stops producing oil. So at first, it really like, it's kind of, the oil all builds up and usually a lot of people have a very bad breakout in the very beginning of their process, which I did. So what does that do? That creates dryness. That creates, well, mainly dryness, like everywhere. Think of everywhere that produces oil. So that's your skin, that's your hair, that's your anywhere. A lot of people get dry just like in their T-zone and everything like that, and they flake, their skin gets flaky. Personally, I didn't experience that all that much. Apparently my skin is very dehydrated to begin with, so like it felt pretty normal. But mine didn't get to the point where it felt like I was really, really sore. It just kind of felt, it just felt like it needed a drink. You can get eczema type reactions. Actually, the driest part of my body that I've had is my arms and my hands. Strangely enough, just my right hand always seems to get random outspurts of like an eczema type of like dryness. So I'm always putting on like hand lotion now, and especially now that we're in the winter time, it's getting worse. With dryness, hair. So I kind of am with a lot of people on this, where I love what Accutane has done to my hair. Since the oils in your hair dry up along with the oils in your skin, you don't have to wash it as much. Usually I would wash my hair every day or every other day. I've gone maybe 5 days without washing it. Like, that sounds really gross. But I could probably even go longer because it doesn't get so oily at the top. It just kind of gets to the point where it doesn't style anymore, or it smells. Yes, I mean, of course, when I get off Accutane, I'm sure that my hair will go back to like a normal, like, you can wash it every other day or every 3 days or every 2 days. Like, hopefully I'll be able to make 3 days because that would be awesome. But I've kind of been able to stretch it to its extremes of like not washing it for 5 days and being like, just throw it up in a bun. The worst dryness I actually get, and this is what many people get, is in your lips. I'm convinced I started feeling symptoms of Accutane within the first day or two, just because my lips started to tingle and they felt very, very plump. Then it started to get gross. My skin, I get just like the worst skin on my lips. It flakes, it gets gross. That's supposed to wind down after the month after you're done your Accutane treatments. So I'm actually going to do another video in which I talk about the products that I used while I was on Accutane. I'm always constantly like putting on lip stuff. I'm always trying to put on something that will just hydrate my lips as much as possible and drink water. So along with the oils being sucked up, it kind of goes throughout your entire body. Things that are lubricated in your body, like your joints, get really, really sore. Now, I don't get this all the time, but I have definitely become less flexible since being on this prescription, and I definitely get sore quicker. I've been getting so sore in my neck, and it's like when I start working out and when I start moving, it loosens up and it feels good. But when I'm just kind of like stagnant or something like that, my shoulders get very, very tense. My hands, the joints in my fingers have gotten very sore. Like the other day, I actually got really, really sore underneath my nails, like on both hands, and I didn't know what was happening. But I realized, oh, it's probably the Accutane with the cold weather. Just soreness. I already have bad knees, so like I would feel more soreness in my knees, but it would come and go, and it would never stay in one place too long, except my shoulders. My shoulders are always very tense right now, and I think aside from carrying a book bag and looking at a computer screen a lot, I think that is another cause to the pain that I'm having in my shoulders. But again, a lot of that should fade when I complete my whole period on the drug. I talked about my skin a little bit and what my skin went through, but I also forgot to say, in the beginning of the process, when my body was getting really used to the drug, I got a couple of migraines that were really, really bad. Like I think it was 2, but it was enough to be like, huh. So I got migraines, but I think that had to do with the drug and also being dehydrated. I still continuously get very red in my face, and it's like mainly in my cheeks. If I have anything to drink, you know, my tolerance level for drinking has gone down. You have to be so careful about the amount of alcohol that you drink, because your liver can only do so much work, and you don't want to damage it. So I'm just trying to keep my body in better physical health, just so with this drug I wasn't hurting my body anymore. So all of the side effects that I just told you about, those were like the easy ones to deal with. Now the ones I'm going to talk about now are the very serious ones, and it's like, if this happens, get off the drug. Basically the most important thing about being on Accutane, and unfortunately it is just for women, you cannot, and I repeat, cannot get pregnant on this drug. If you get pregnant on this drug, your child will be born with birth defects. It's not like there's a chance. No, your child will. Or there will be severe brain damage, or there will, unfortunately, like, this is getting real deep, you could be born, you could have a stillborn. Basically, there's really no good outcome if you get pregnant on this. Normally, this medication is taken by teenagers, and I'm not saying that teenagers are not educated, but with teenage pregnancies and this drug, there have been some correlations with it. But since it has occurred in the past, the US government has developed a Ipledge program. And basically, when you decide to go on isotretinoin, you have to agree to take the Ipledge. And basically you're saying, I pledge that I'm not going to get pregnant on this drug. I pledge that I am going to know what safe sex is. I am going to know what precautions to take for said actions. So every single month when you take isotretinoin, you have to get blood work taken. Yes, part of it is to check your liver and to check that your stomach is okay and to check your blood levels to see that everything is all right, because the drug is so intense on your body. Not only do you have to get your blood work taken, but within the blood work, it has to prove that you are not pregnant. So whether you are abstinent, whether you use safe sex, with all the precautions, and you know you're not, you have to get blood work taken every month just to medically prove that you are not pregnant. For your health, for if you are pregnant, for the baby's health, because even if you finished the whole process of the drugs, the whole month after, the drug is still in your system and is working its way out of your system. Even in that month, you have to make sure that you are not pregnant. It was very annoying to me. I understood the whole process and I appreciated the process, because it's really to prevent any types of, you know, serious issues happening with the mother and the child if that were to occur. But it was personally really annoying, because my doctor, like, wouldn't give the okay to get to this certain step and to get to this certain step, so I could get that. Like, my doctor is the one that made it really annoying, and I'm really happy I don't have to go to him much more. Some people have felt suicidal effects, so if anything like that ever happens, get off of the drug and call your doctor and talk to somebody about it, because it's not worth it and you should get off the drug. Another side effect that you can have when you're on Accutane is stomach issues, and that's also another reason to get off the drug if it really persists, or to lower your doses. Really keep an open line of communication with your doctor about these things. I have acid reflux to begin with, and it kind of, in a certain month, what month was it? In month like 4 or 5, it really hyped up my acid reflux. I had to work with my doctor on that and be like, okay, what can I do? I take it now with food and stuff like that. So what are the steps that you have to take? You begin the entire process by seeing your doctor. He gives you the month to be like, okay, we want to see that you're not pregnant. We want to make sure that your blood levels are okay to go on this drug. Are you ready? Have you researched it? Do you think you're in the mental state to be able to do it? Are you going on any trips in which you'll be in the sun? Because if so, like you have to cover up your skin like at all times. So are you ready? Are you prepared to go through this? Because for some people, it's really difficult. During that month, after I got my first blood work taken and everything was like good to go, I really took that month to research and see if, is this really what I want to do? I wanted to hear from real people what it was like other than just hearing my doctor. So, because I kind of got this thing, I was like, what if I get into a really bad mental state? There's other side effects, like people who become very, very depressed. I'm already an anxious person, so anxiety levels can increase. So I was kind of something I was always keeping in check, because I also asked my family, I was like, look, keep this in check with me. I actually had a wonderful support system with me throughout this entire process. Go to your doctor actually every single month. They check, basically you go to your doctor for him to give you the prescription. Next step is to fill out this workbook. Even if abstinence is your first form of birth control, you have to choose another one. You have to have a primary, you have to have a secondary. It does not matter what your beliefs are, it's just if you're going on this drug, you have to agree. Male or female, you do have to be using birth control of any kind. When your doctor gives the okay, which was what my doctor never did on time, your doctor has to give you the okay, her blood work was in, she came in for her appointment, I gave her her prescription, she is good to go to answer the comprehension question. You go to the Ipledge website and you fill out comprehension questions. Now these questions range from, there's 2 sections. Basically, you say, what's my birth controls that I am using? How do I know about safe sex? So basically it's like a safe sex education thing. It's very, very easy. It's very, very comprehensive. There's no tricks. After that, it's basically like, do you know the precautions about this drug? You know, not to give it to anybody else, you know, not to like overdose on it, like basically all those kinds of things that are very, very important, and constantly reiterating like, do you know that you have to go? Do you know that you have to get your blood work taken? Do you know that you can't give blood? Like, it's all the information that comes with knowing that you want to be on this drug and all the precautions that you do have to take. And all of this, mind you, has to happen within a 7-day period of your appointment with your doctor. After you get your questions done, then you can take your prescription and then you can go to the pharmacy. Now, the pharmacy will ask you, did you take your questions? You say yes. And then the pharmacy has to do their part in answering their Ipledge stuff, being like, she has taken the questions, this is her ID, blah, blah, blah. You get your month's worth of prescription. Now, my prescription, I was on the generic form called Clarivis. This is what it looks like inside. It's like a little booklet, and these are what the pills look like. So every single day there's a do not get pregnant woman. Each tablet is 30 milligrams. So I take 2 a day. Again, I'm just going to keep saying this throughout the entire video. This is not a video to promote taking it. This was just my journey, and I found this very, very helpful. But as you can see, I'm so happy with the results that I have right now. I keep looking in the viewfinder just to see what it looks like, and I hope that I'm in focus. I've never felt so comfortable talking to a camera for so long without any makeup on. The only makeup, it's not even makeup, it's skincare. I have like an eye cream that has a little bit of a tint underneath my eyes just to make me look a little more awake. But it's truly just kind of changed my perception of what I look like, and I feel very good about myself. And I'm not saying that perfect skin will make you always, you know, perfect skin is what you have to have. I know that I'm kind of in like a honeymoon period of this drug. Like I'm winding down on the prescription. My body's going to start flushing it out of my system soon. I'm going to start getting like little spots here and there, but throughout this whole process I've only gotten maybe like, I could probably count on one or maybe both of my hands the amount of spots I've gotten within months. And honestly, on a normal day, I would have 10 blemishes to cover up like every single day. So the fact that I've only had a couple and they go away very quickly and they don't scar, it is the most amazing feeling. And yeah, I'm gonna zoom in on my face right now so you can see with this nice HD camera. So this is my skin right now. I have a little bit of redness, and you know, that just happens and it fades. And I have some scarring, but that should go down from past zits and stuff like that, should go down. But it's like, my skin feels so smooth. It's like, I've never experienced this in my entire life. Because I just feel good about myself. And it looks beautiful, and even my parents are just like, every time they see me, they're like, oh my gosh, your skin looks so good. So it's been this whole process has been really worth it. Yeah, there were some annoying points of it. It's been a really good process, and I'm happy I trusted my doctor, even though like I didn't like his personality very much, and I think he sold soul to the devil, but you know, for good looks. and I've been really happy with the process. Hope this video helped you in just learning about isotretinoin. Like I said before, I watch so many YouTube videos, and just hearing about different people's experiences with this drug to help me choose that, yeah, okay, you know what, I've seen the good, I've seen the bad, I'm ready to do this. So again, I'm not a doctor. I am not telling anyone to do this. Do your own research, look things up, find credible sources. If there's anything that's wrong, please comment and say, no, that's not true. That's cool, we'll figure it out together. If you want, please have a discussion about this down in the comment bar down below. I'd love to hear what your guys' stories were with it. And just like have a conversation about this experience, because it's important, and it's important to really stay educated about it and to really talk about it and to know all of the goods and the bads and the uglies before taking this kind of a step. So I will see you guys on the flip side, and see you in my next video. Peace, love, subscribe, you friggin' weirdos. I'll see you next time. Bye.
This is a little cray. There is a woman with she's naked, she's pregnant, with a circle in an X saying, don't get pregnant on this drug. Can you hear that? This heat in my room is like, it's like Mr. Balloon Hands. Yeah, right.